Hi, Monarchs. Dr. Barry Gribbins, president of LA Valley College, joining you for another town hall. Nice to join you this afternoon. I have a few updates for you on the fall semester, virtual graduation, and several other items. At any time, please type in any questions that you have into the virtual chat. And right after I give you some updates, we'll go to the questions and I'll answer as many questions as I can. So first, for some updates. The fall semester, the scheduled classes for the fall semester is now live. You can access it on our homepage, lavc.edu. We were able to put together a good, strong schedule of classes with almost an exact mix of in-person classes and online classes. Many of you haven't been able to have in-person classes for over a year now, and I know that a lot of folks were disappointed. We're delighted that for the fall semester, we're able to bring back hundreds of classes in person. In fact, I think it's one of the strongest in-person schedules in the region. In addition to that, we also have online classes for those folks who, because of work schedules or for other reasons, just prefer to continue their education virtually. There'll be lots of options for those classes as well. About half of our classes will be in person and about half will be online for the fall semester. Registration is beginning this week too for the fall semester, so check out your registration appointments, and if you need any help, please call Student Services. For the summer semester, the summer term, classes are now open and you can register right now. Most of the summer classes are virtual. Offer quite a few in-person classes as well. So if you're interested in taking an in-person class this summer or continue to take online classes, now's the time to register. Classes begin in June and another set of classes will begin in July for the summer term. Virtual graduation is going to be June 8th at 9 a.m. And we'll post into the chat some more information. We're a link to more information so you can find out more about graduation. But the virtual graduation is going to be June 8th at 9 a.m. As we enter the finals week, finals is June 1st to June 7th, we have virtual student study jams. They're going to start tomorrow, May 25th, from 7 to 9 p.m. on Discord. We have tutors that will be available for anatomy, child development, computer science, chemistry, English, math, music, physics, statistics, and other classes. So if you're interested in the virtual study jam on May 25th from 7 to 9 p.m., go to our website and you can get some more information. And with that, let me go to the questions. There's a question from Liane about getting basic needs grants. We do award basic needs grants on an ongoing basis, so students can apply at any time for a basic needs grant if they're having any difficulties related to COVID. Our staff on a regular basis go through them, and they're making the awards on an ongoing basis. If you haven't heard yet and have some questions about it, you can contact the financial aid office, and more information is available on the lavc.edu homepage under the LAVC COVID information. There's a question from Lou about school laptops. We do have Chromebooks and Surface Go devices still available. If you do need a technology award, you can apply for one from the same place that you'll apply for the basic needs grants. In addition, we've made arrangements through the LA Community College District to make Chromebooks available to our promise students, to our incoming promise students. There's a question about honors with associate graduates receiving sashes and diplomas indicating their honor status. There are some sashes for different organizations that are available from those organizations. If you have any questions about it, you could contact Phi Theta Kappa or other organizations, as well as student services, and they can give you more information. In addition to that, student services has put together a graduation package for all of our graduates that has a yard sign and some other goodies. So please keep an eye out on your student email for announcements about picking up those grad packages. And the next question here is about a class that from Barbara. Barbara, for that specific question about that class, please contact our academic affairs office and they can make sure that they help you with that. If you call the college's general phone number, they'll connect you with the academic affairs and they'll help you out with that specific class so we can make sure that you have the instructor. Joel, for any financial aid help, you can contact our financial aid office. They are available by phone and email. If you go to the lavc.edu homepage, there'll be more information about how to contact any of the student services areas, including financial aid, and they'll be able to assist you with any specific questions that you have for your account. And let me see if there's some additional questions. There's a question from Taylor. Is it true that we're going back to campus on August 30th while we are fully vaccinated? Taylor, I'm glad that you asked the question and both of those elements about the fall semester. It is true that the fall semester will have a mix of classes, both in person and online. So whatever students prefer, if they prefer to come onto campus, we'll have hundreds of classes that'll be available to them. And if students prefer to continue to take classes virtually, we'll have plenty of classes online for students as well. In regards to vaccination, there isn't currently a requirement for a vaccination, though I strongly encourage everyone to get vaccinated and to help end the pandemic. I know that LA County has been doing a terrific job with the number of folks that have been vaccinated. I know that more than half of the residents in LA County that are eligible to receive the vaccine have now received it. So we're making tremendous progress. I understand that the LA County Department of Public Health expects that we'll reach herd immunity by mid-July, which will be really terrific news. And I just want to strongly encourage everyone to do their part and get vaccinated to help end the pandemic. Lisandro, you had a question about some classes showing up in the class schedule, but not appearing when you register for classes for the fall 2021 semester. If you have specific questions that you don't see them appearing when you enter into the portal, please contact us. You can contact our student services department and they can look into the specific class and your account to see what the problem might be. But please contact student services and you can do so via the phone, email, and they also have virtual chat options that you can link to from our homepage. A great question from Joseph about the bookstore being open for in-person transactions this summer and parking permits being required. We currently don't have detailed information about the in-person hours for the bookstore. That's being worked on right now. You can continue to make purchases from the bookstore online. And if there's any challenges for making the online purchase, contact our bookstore and they'll be happy to make arrangements with you to ensure that you get the items that you need in person. In terms of parking, we are not requiring parking for the summer, parking permits for this summer. So students will be able to park without a permit this summer. Let me see if we have another question. A question from Taylor, do we need a vaccine card to prove that we've been vaccinated to enter campus? Currently, there's no requirement to be vaccinated to take classes in person, though we do strongly encourage folks to be vaccinated. A question from Aurora about when taking classes in person, will we have to wear a mask and get vaccinated? I mentioned the vaccinated part. In terms of a mask, currently face masks are required in LA County for any in-person instruction. So unless there's a change to the LA County health orders, students will be required to wear a face mask. Of course, we do expect that the health orders to change over the summer. So we'll be closely monitoring the health orders and ensure that we're following them precisely for the fall semester. David asked a question, are fall classes face-to-face or virtual? And we have a nice mix of both face-to-face and virtual classes. About half of our classes are going to be online, and about half of our classes are going to be face-to-face or hybrid, having at least some face-to-face contact. A question from Leah about where to purchase books and get student ID and parking pass. Books can be purchased from the bookstore, and we'll be sending out more information about parking passes when they're required. Currently, they're not going to be required for the summer, but for the fall semester, we'll have more information about where you can get your parking pass from. Wolf asked if we're doing temperature checks for the fall semester. Currently, we don't do temperature checks for students coming onto campus. We do require students to go through a screening, an online screening. The questions are available on our homepage and the LAVC Safe app. You can download the LAVC Safe app from the App Store or any place that you like to pick up your apps from. And on the Safe app, there's a link to COVID information. And from there, everyone entering campus completes an online symptom self-check. So it'll ask questions about whether or not students are experiencing any symptoms that are similar to COVID-19. And the next question is, do we need to be in Promise Grant to be able to apply for a laptop aid? No, you do not. All students can apply for a Surface Go device, and you can get more information about that. I'll ask staff to post information into the chat on where you can link to apply for grants. But under Student Portal, under financial aid, there's more information about applying for a basic need grant or for a Surface Go device. The information is also on our homepage under LAVC COVID information. Question from Miriam, does Valley College have nursing programs? Can I take nursing and also English classes? We do have a nursing program. They have specific processes for being admitted to the nursing program. Please check the nursing department homepage for more information about details of getting into the nursing program. In the meantime, you can take prerequisite classes from Valley in English and a variety of other areas. I would encourage you to also connect with one of our counselors to find out more details about what classes might help you get prepared to enter the nursing program. A question about how will virtual graduation work? Do we get a link for graduation? Yes, there will be a link for graduation, and we'll post it on our homepage. So it'll be easy for folks to find. Again, virtual graduation is going to be on June 8th at 9 a.m. So well before June 8th at 9 a.m., we'll post the link for the virtual graduation directly from our homepage. And that's at lavc.edu. Question from Sia, will summer classes this year be online or in person? Do we have to come in to take finals during the summer? So for summer classes, most of them are online, but we were able to add several in-person summer classes. So if you are interested in taking in-person classes during the summer, we do have options for you. And we have a lot of options for online classes this summer if your interest is in taking the classes online. Generally speaking, the classes that are completely online do not require students to come to campus to take exams. A question from Lou about how do we get the laptops if we already applied for the Promise program? Do we claim it from the school, or is it going to be mailed? The distribution of the Chromebooks for Promise students hasn't been determined yet. We'll likely either have a pickup date or we'll directly mail it to students, but we'll be sending out more information about that over the next month. Another question about fall classes going to be in person. We do have about half of our fall classes in person and half of them are going to be online. So whichever mode students prefer, will be able to meet your needs. Question from Ash, if somebody's granted a laptop, do we have to return after graduation, or if you transfer? No, for the Surface Go devices and the Chromebooks that we're giving to students, they're not loans. We are giving them to the students. So it's for the students to keep. There are oftentimes some basic requirements. For instance, students oftentimes have to take at least 2 courses. But when a student does receive one of the Chromebooks or Surface Go devices, students don't need to return the devices. They're for the student to keep. Question from Simi, if you qualify for a fall 2020 basic needs grant, can you apply for a spring basic need grant? Yes, it is possible to apply, especially if circumstances have changed. And I would encourage you to apply if it's been at least one semester since you last applied. Let me see if we have more questions. Question about what is the estimated timeline for the graduating class of 2021 to receive their degrees? It usually takes until the fall semester to complete the verification process and then to mail out the actual diplomas. So you should anticipate receiving the actual diploma in about October. Question from Athena about the summer 2021 session being a part of the 2020-21 FAFSA. Athena, for the specific questions about your account, I'd encourage you to contact the financial aid department so that they can look up the details of your account. Leanne asked about student IDs being available. Currently, student IDs are not available. We are working to have more in-person services over the next few months in student services. With the student ID, that would be one of the services that we're looking to bring back, but we need to develop specific plans for how to do so safely. And let me check to see if there's any more questions. Question from Christina about will we be getting more information about graduation? Yes, if you would like more information, we'll of course post the link to graduation on the lavc.edu homepage. But if you would like more information, there's also a website that's set up specifically for commencement, and I'll have staff post that link in the homepage. And with that, I don't see any additional questions. We'll have staff stay on the chat and answer some additional questions via chat. I want to thank you all for all of your hard work this past year. I know it's been quite a challenge, and we're looking forward to celebrating all the wonderful accomplishments at this graduation. And we're especially looking forward to returning to the campus, having more folks return to campus for in-person services and classes in the summer and fall semester. But thank you again for everything that you're doing, all of your hard work and accomplishment. We really appreciate you, and please let us know how we can continue to help support you. Thank you.